And we should be live. I think we are. So, hey guys, what's going on? I just seen that it has been over a week or more now since I've done a video. There's a lot going on today, so I'm going to do an extremely quick video here now. I do need to get back to doing a lot more videos. I've got some blog posts coming up as well. Just been a crazy busy week with a lot of different stuff going on. So, let's jump into what's going on with the markets, some of the latest news, and hopefully shed a bit of light on what's going on. So when you come to CoinMarketCap, let's refresh and just see. We can see that it is a bloodbath today. We have been enjoying some nice gains over the last few weeks, and we've kind of hit a bit of a stumbling block now. If we look at it against Bitcoin, we can see even against Bitcoin, a lot of the altcoins that had been doing very well are way down. So we see Tether is up. That means people are converting into USDT. When they see the market going down, they are converting to USDT. So one figure to look at is this one up here. So the market cap is down under the 400 billion again. So this was up at 400, I think it hit 440 billion. I know it hit 430 something billion in the last few days. And then it was down at 480 something earlier on today. So there was 50 billion wiped off the market. Basically that means people pulled money out of cryptocurrency over the last few days. I don't see this as a big problem. To me, I look at this as a buying opportunity. I just see this as a bit of a correction before we will go into a bigger bull run, because there are a lot of good upcoming events about to happen. Yes, there's a lot of FUD going on, and before I get talking about things like this, anything I say, guys, take it as part of your research or as entertainment, whatever way you want to do it. I'm not a financial advisor, so anything I say is just as my own opinion, and that's all that it is. So we see even the likes of EOS that has been doing very well coming up to their mainnet launch on the 1st of June. It has even taken a hit lately. It has let me buy in a small bit more earlier in the week. It took another hit and I bought in a small bit. Cardano is seeing a bit of a pullback as well. It had been doing very well. Again, it's another one I stocked up on a little bit more, as I do think longer term it is a good coin. Tron has got a new logo. Again, they're coming up for their mainnet launch. What else do we have? Everything really is going down. Let's see if anything is... Okay, so we have Agar, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It launched on an exchange. I'm not sure if it was Bittrex or where. There was news about that this morning. I can't fully remember now. It's doing well, and Nulls is doing well. Apart from that, nothing else really standing out. Lots of losses in the market, but again, it's just a bit of a correction is the way I look at it. Quick look at Bitcoin, the chart here, and then we'll get into some of the news that is affecting this change and this movement in the market. So this is the day chart for Bitcoin. You can see we had been trending between the 10,000 level. Last weekend we came right up to $9,980, and it just didn't push past the 10k mark. So anyone who's watched my videos before will know that I've always said 10k, it's not just a technical analysis level or anything like that. It's a psychological level. So it's a level that a lot of people are going to take profits at. So we just need enough of buyers to come in and push us through that level, and then we can start to really push forward. So again, it's been a long time since we've been over the 10k level, so that's what we're looking for here, is once we can turn this around here, that it starts going up. So you can see I do have a support line here around the 8,600 level, which to me is an important enough level. We can see when we made this initial good burst up here towards 9,000, we got a pullback, and then it got turned around at 8,600. So again, that's where I've drawn the line across, and that's where we're looking at here. For me personally, I want to see Bitcoin finishing out today above this level here. I want to see it up around 8,700 plus. For me, that's an okay sign that we hit support here and that we will be able to pull back up. So that's where we are on the technical analysis. As always, when you're dealing with cryptocurrency, technical analysis, yes, it's good, but it only goes a certain way. Because look, no one's seen this big slump coming here. A lot of this is down to the FUD. We had Warren Buffett talking about how he doesn't like cryptocurrencies, but then he has also said before that he doesn't understand them. So again, if you look at his investment track record, he has always been very conservative, which has worked out brilliant for him and for people following him. So something like cryptocurrency, where we see these huge gains and losses in it within a few days, this is not going to suit his type of trading. There's way too much volatility. We've also seen Bill Gates coming out again against Bitcoin, saying that if he could short it, then he would short it, but which was a bit stupid, because yes, you can short Bitcoin if you want, and I'm sure he knew that. So I'm not sure why he made that statement. Was it just looking for attention, or what was it? So this has affected the price, but not in the way people think. So Mt. Gox have come out and, well, they haven't come out, they have moved more Bitcoin. So they have, all the things are saying that they've sold the Bitcoin, and maybe they've sold it to a private investor. We don't actually know yet. So they have moved Bitcoin. The article there goes through it. But when you look at the addresses, here is on the blockchain. This is the good thing about the blockchain. We can see all the movements, so we always know what's going on. So these are some of the cold storage wallets from Mt. Gox. So I'm sure most people watching will know it was one of the earlier exchanges, ways for people to buy Bitcoin. It lost a lot of funds. They went bust. There is a guy in there that has control of the funds now. I think it's 200,000 Bitcoin he had to distribute to try and get funds back for investors. So bit by bit, he is selling it. They have said though that they are not dumping the funds on the exchanges. So this is a big thing. They are doing OTC trading. So that's how they are getting rid of the funds. They are doing OTC, which is over-the-counter trading, which is where they sell the funds to private investors. Now, there's people say that this doesn't affect the markets, but to me, it has to impact the markets in some way. So they sell a couple of thousand Bitcoin to private investors here and there, and that's how they distribute it. They get their fiat cash, so they can give that back to the original investors. But for the people who buy it private, there's nothing stopping them going to an exchange and selling off some of it. Also, when the private investors buy it OTC rather than on the markets, that is taking buyers out of the market as well. They may not have went and bought the huge amounts on the exchanges that they buy OTC, but they definitely might have bought some through the exchanges. So it does take some buyers out. So that was it on this. So a lot of the people saying that Mt. Gox is the reason that we're dropping. It is the FUD from Mt. Gox moving funds. It is the fear of that. That is what is leading. So it's not actually the Mt. Gox funds that are bringing the market down. It is the actual people looking at it and seeing that there's funds moved. They get scared and they move money into USDT, or they pull it out, like we seen when we looked at the figures on CoinMarketCap. We seen that the 50 billion was taken out of the market cap. Next, Bloomberg. This is good news. So Bloomberg is launching a crypto index. So this is basically where they group all of the different currencies together, and it is traded as one fund. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two biggest in there. They have Ripple in there, and they have Bitcoin Cash. So they are the big ones. As well as that, it's good to see EOS is in there. They have some Litecoin, Dash, Monero, and you're getting into smaller amounts then. So this is good in a sense that it brings more fun, it brings more money, it brings more awareness into Bitcoin. So as well, another, I suppose, good part is, well, you could look at it either way. Facebook launches a new team to build their own blockchain-based projects. So Mark Zuckerberg is finally, I'd say he's finally going public on being interested in blockchain. I would be very surprised if he hasn't been looking into blockchain up to now, because that is the way a lot of technology is going, especially on social media. There's a lot of other platforms coming up that are doing social media on blockchain. You have the likes of Steam that has been around a while. It hasn't really hit its potential for me. There are other ones coming out now that I think How Do or something like that is one of the ICOs that's on my list to look into. It's doing video and doing blogging and everything like that. There are others out there as well. So Facebook does have to get on it to, I suppose, compete with that side. The only thing is they will have to release so much data to the public then, which is something they won't like to do either. So something that doesn't put cryptocurrency in such good light is, and it's more FUD that would be leading to a bit of a price pullback. Korea's biggest exchange, Upbit, are being investigated. They were raided on suspicion of fraud, moving clients' funds into some of the upper management accounts or something like that. Basically, I would say it's under investigation. I wouldn't jump too much into it yet. Again, as we say, it's on the blockchain, so everything is there to be seen. Once they investigate it, they will be able to see exactly where all the funds moved and everything that's gone on. Back in March, there was a few other smaller Korean exchanges were raided as well on suspicion of fraud as well. But this is the biggest one, Upbit. It has been growing a lot lately as well. So I am hoping that the accusations are unfounded, because it doesn't put crypto blockchain. Am I still connected? I think I am. Stream is beeping at me here. I'll continue talking anyway. So Consensus 2018, this is a blockchain summit. This has been getting bigger and bigger each year, and this year it is going to be huge. The numbers are, we'll go into the numbers in a minute, but they are getting so much bigger from other years as well. It is the fourth year that they've ran it. It's a complete technology summit, so you can see some of the sponsors and some of the speakers will be going across here. It is all about blockchain, so it's not just talking about Bitcoin and the trading Bitcoin or anything like that. It looks at the technology side of cryptocurrencies. So it does put a good light on cryptocurrency. So they're saying that they're set to shatter their 2017 attendance records. The other thing to note is if you look back at the history of prices after Consensus, coming into June, it has generally put a good spin on the prices for cryptocurrency. I am personally expecting to see more money coming into cryptocurrency, so we should see the market cap up here rising towards the end of May with more and more interest coming into the sector. So if you look down here, in 2017 they had 2,700 attendees. That is way bigger now. I think it says down somewhere further down the page, I'll show you in a minute, something like 4,000 attendees now, but I have heard 7,000 in other places as well. So you have everything from startups to venture capitalists there, supply chain, you'll see VeChain is there, there's other ones there as well. It says 4,000 plus, I think that is up to about 7,000 now. That is one of the numbers I heard. Where are we on the sponsors? So these are, you will see some very big names here. So on the sponsors, you have Deloitte, you have Ledger, you have Sonem. Sonem is one that I've had a buy order in for the last week or two, and it came down within a few satoshis of my buy mark a few days ago, and then it just rocketed off without me. So I might have missed that. I was trying to buy it before Consensus because I do expect it to, well, I did expect it to shoot up after Consensus. Unfortunately, it has took off without me. Watching the red market today, I don't think even that is going to bring it back down far enough for me. You have Accenture, you have eToro, Microsoft, NEM, Omnitude. They're actually an ICO at the minute. It's one in the financial sector. Have been looking at it, haven't bit yet. Fusion, one that's done very well lately. Circle, VeChain, Ripple, Qtom. So you can see there are Icon, SAP, Lisk, Kraken. Huge names attending this event. Will be all talking, maybe not all the sponsors will be talking. There is a list of the speakers there as well. You guys can go through it. It's on CoinDesk, or if you just type in Consensus 2018, you will find the site. You can go through it here, see everything that's going on. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of live streams from people attending next week. There's going to be a lot of information coming out of it. So make sure you keep an eye on the news next week. I'll try and do some more live streams. I'm not going to be at it, but with any news that I pick up, I will try and bring to you guys as well. That's consensus. That is really everything. It was a very quick video. As I say, I haven't done one in a long time. Too long due to other commitments, but you can expect me to be getting back into a lot more videos, maybe shorter videos. I have some upcoming on talking about the likes of passive income and cryptocurrency. A lot of people think that these matrix and these one-time out of pocket things are what are considered passive income, but you have to look at the likes of staking, masternodes. You can look at mining as well, different things like that. So I'm putting together the research and a blog post for that. That will be coming up next week along with a video to talk through it. You also have, as well as your staking, you have different types of staking where you have to keep your wallet open, like Token Pay is one that I do. Then Neo is another one where you have a coin that pays dividends. So again, I will be talking about stuff like that next week. I'll start doing some more ICO reviews. I get a crazy amount of requests to do ICO reviews, and as you can see from my channel, I haven't really dug deep into many of them because not that many jump out at me. There are so many ICOs, there's so much crap out there as well, I would say. But there are a few decent projects coming out as well, so I'll start to talk about them as well. So thanks for watching, guys. I know I jumped straight into it here rather than waiting for people to get on like normal. So once the video stops here, it will render and you can watch the replay on YouTube. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Give it a like if you got some value, and don't forget to subscribe if this is the first of my videos you've seen. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate any likes, shares, subscribes, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.